tell you about me.
We got this really nice fresh seafood. We got shrimp, we got mussels, we've got clams, and this red bream. Really, really fresh. So, we are gonna make seafood paella. The main thing when you make seafood paella is your fish stock. Your fish stock needs to be very, very intense, very fragrant. If you have a weak fish stock, you're gonna have a weak paella. So the first thing we have to do is take the fish off the bone. And the reason I bought the fish whole is that I can use the head and I can use the bones for stock. We have to make a little incision behind the gills and behind there. So just from the spine and all the way down to there. Do exactly the same on this side, from there. Basically, our two cuts should meet up over there, which is perfect. We are going to sort of make a little incision on either side of the dorsal fin. And we're just going to make a sliding cut all the way down. And now it's just a case of sliding your knife in underneath. And try and work as close to the bone as physically possible. And there you can see our fish is now loose. So from there, our knife, and we just slide it through underneath. And that's one of the fillets done. And now we just do exactly the same to the other side. Okay, so for the seafood stock, I've got shrimp heads and the shrimp shells. Now these are jam-packed full of flavor, right? The head especially has so much flavor in it. So the first thing we have to do is we have to extract all of the flavor out of these shells. We get the pan on and just a little bit of oil gets drizzled in. And then we're just gonna slice 2 onions. The onions are soft, it's now time to get the water in. Now, 4 or 5 cloves of garlic, we can just pop that in, and that's going to take half an hour. Okay, so we just have to skim off all of this foam off the top. What this foam, if we don't skim it off, what's going to happen is it's going to make our stock go very, very cloudy. And then just come back every 5-8 minutes and just sort of give it a skim. Our stock, we've strained it. I can smell it, got so much flavor in there. And that is definitely going to boost our paella. All our ingredients are cut. It is just a case of frying everything off. So we've got our paellera, which is a paella pan. When you buy one, look after it because it's worth its price. First thing we have to do is we have to fry off our chorizo. And try and get really good Spanish chorizo. All the oil inside of this is going to help with the end flavor of the paella. It is now time to get 1 tablespoon of Spanish paprika inside. And the reason we put that in now is we want all of the spices to sort of toast and bring out all of their natural flavors. Okay, now it's time to get just a little bit of tomato paste in. We need to cook the tomato paste out. We don't want to taste tomato in our paella. everything's now cooked down. You can see the color here. Everything's turned a really nice bright orange, and that's because of the saffron and the Spanish paprika, as well as the chorizo. Now, normally when you cook squid very quickly or very, very slowly. Anything in between, it'll become tough. This is going to take about 40 minutes on a low heat, so that's perfect time for the squid to sort of soften up. The rice that I use is just normal short grain rice. It is exactly the same as risotto. Okay, so when it comes to rice and stock ratio, always try and work on 1 cup of rice and 2 cups of stock. And we're just gonna stir it around just a little bit, just to get each grain of rice sort of coated in this chorizo oil. Okay, so now you can see every single rice grain has been coated in this oil, and that's going to sort of help it not stick together.
One. She's sold out to her magazine. Forget her, she's the past. Just gone and done it again and found another mind.
So now the crucial time when you're making paella is you don't want to stir it. And the only time that we stir this is now. We want to get the rice sort of evenly distributed in this paella pan. We're going to turn the heat down just a little bit so it simmers. If we stir it now, it's going to over-release the starch in the rice and it's going to become creamy, and that's not what we want. So everything, all the seafood we're putting on here is raw. The steam from the rice, from the chorizo, from the squid, from the Spanish paprika is now all gonna cook all of the seafood. And then right at the end, we'll just put peas on top, lemon wedges, and we're done.
I don't want to leave my bed. My room is in such a mess. I certainly can't leave this house. Just wanna break some walls and shout. You gotta shake, 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 shake the world off your shoulders. Realize every day we get overcome.
Okay, wow, that looks beautiful, right? All of the seafood is now cooked. You can see the color of the shrimp has changed. The fish has gone a really nice opaque color. It's not cooked all the way through yet, and it's still really, really juicy from all the steam that has come up. The mussels have opened, the clams have opened, really nice and tender. So it's pretty much done. You turn it off and you leave it to rest for at least 10 minutes.
Realize that there is a way out.